Welcome back, Kuma Crew. It is once again your favourite friendly despair bear, Annakuma, and today we're back with a micro review of a demo from the Next Fest. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, you know what my workflow is like, and whilst I have a bunch of videos in the making, I don't know what order they come out in, so some video at some point I do talk about my videos and how they will be as long as they need to be or as short as they need to be, and micro reviews of sweet little games will be a thing. It is a thing. It is here right now with Is This Seat Taken? This is a cute little puzzle game by Potty Studios and published by Wholesome Games Presents, and it sees you organizing shapes. Yes, that is pretty much it. Whether you are organizing them into cars, into cinemas, or into a wedding, you'll be trying to find a perfect place for a bunch of shapes, or just going about living their daily life. Honestly, I hated when this demo was over because it was a joy to play and I already miss it. You'll start the level with whatever it is you are trying to organize. Let's say this bus here, and a bunch of shapes that have their own taste on where they want to sit and who they'd like to sit by. You have to make sure that all their needs are met. In some cases, this is as simple as a taxi ride. When you get to things like the bus though, you have people taking the bus for multiple stops, therefore making it more difficult to organize the new shapes as they show up. We'll be introduced to loud shapes or smelly shapes, shapes that want to steal popcorn or don't want to sit next to a certain other type of shape, shapes of all kinds. Now, you don't have to make them happy at all. You can't just go about your day after throwing all of these shapes into a limo together. But honestly, at least as far as the demo goes, isn't that hard to give the shapes what they want and to place them where they want to go? Gameplay is as simple as hovering over the shape to see what they want, and then picking them up and placing them onto a chair. I really love that the corner notebook will let you know if people are upset, as it can be easy in some of the bigger areas to stick someone down without thinking about someone already standing there, and it gives you the chance before pressing confirm to figure out who you upset and how to juggle the shapes into a better configuration. Whilst the demo did give a difficulty spike with the different smelling or sounding shapes and then not leaving the bus and so on, it has yet to spike to a point where I was stuck, and I don't necessarily ever see it getting too hard that it isn't easy enough to 100% each level. It is, after all, just meant to be a relaxing puzzle game. What was charming though is that you kind of follow Nat. She's in all the scenes at some point and she wants to be an actor. Yes, our cute shaped puzzle game has a story. It isn't much of a story, but it was enough of a story that I'm hooked, and I want to see if Nat ever makes it to the big screen or not. Nat being shy and not knowing how to stand out on her own is an interesting thing to add to a random game about shapes. It also just kind of works in that metaphorical way of people being shapes and having to fit certain shapes like boxes. Other characters have some lines here and there as well, and there are plenty of little mini stories running through. It very much tries to make you feel like this is a world, and it works to a point. Charm is its middle name if its first name was cute and its surname was whimsical, which would be a very weird name, so it's a good thing they went for it. Is This Seat Taken? Most of the charm comes from the art style though. It uses lovely pastel colours, it's easy on the eyes and gives all of these shapes so much character, which is crazy. Each shape character is tiny, but with their little smiles, their disgruntled look, and even piercings and hats, they do have a little bit of character to them. Heck, even when you complete the level, the completion bar for it is so relaxing to watch. I also love that they made it very easy to see the spaces that are going to be affected by status effects, so you can see which squares will end up loud when you place someone down listening to music, or which will be smelly when you place someone who hasn't showered. It's small touches like this that show how much they wanted people to just have a nice relaxing time getting through the game. I don't think taking these indicators away would make the game any more difficult, so having them built in just kind of works. Again, it is meant to be relaxing, and being able to easily visualize exactly where problem areas will be stops it from being stressful. Another nice touch is the arrows when shapes want to be together. Instead of making you remember names and scroll to find them, you'll see who it is they want to be around or even avoid right off the bat, making it easy to place together people who want to be together, or indeed putting them as far apart as you can. Having all the areas being different is also pretty great, because it means that it never gets samey. As I said, you kind of follow Nat around to life, so you get to see different places and areas that you can be seated in. I like when we got to the live show and even had to place the band, or the wedding and having to place the shapes that were actually being married. It's just a super imaginative game. Personally, I think this game will be a wonderful game to turn your brain off after a hard day and just enjoy some sweet little puzzling. But that is all for my quick micro review of Is This Seat Taken? There is no release date for it, but I'm 100% picking it up as soon as I can because I love puzzles, and this one seems sweet. Plus, organizing things makes my brain happy. If you want to see more of this bear in much longer videos, sometimes hours-long videos, then please like this video, comment on what your favorite shape is and why it's definitely not a hexagon, and subscribe because I will turn into a shape if I give big numbers. Also, throw a follow over at my Twitch at twitch.tv/Annakuma, where I play puzzle games all the time, 5 days a week. We'd love to see you, especially when this game releases, and I'll probably be shouting about shapes in the most happy way I can possibly be. In other words, very angry as a British person tends to be. Till next time though, thanks for watching, and bye bye.